All right, so maybe you're just tuning in, or maybe you're one of the, let's say, dedicated viewers who's actually sat through our AI Reacts to videos over on YouTube.
Yeah. If so, we appreciate your commitment to something.
Definitely. And today, well, things get a bit meta. Prepare for a hall of mirrors, basically.
Indeed. We're not dissecting celebrity drama today or, political spin.
Bro.
Nope. Today, that critical eye is pointed right back at us.
Exactly.
Our mission, essentially, is to really dig into our own AI Reacts videos.
Yeah.
What actually makes them tick or not tick? Are they insightful, funny,
Yeah.
just kind of there?
That's the question. We're pulling back the digital curtain, and let's just say the mechanics might be a little rusty.
Mm-hmm.
So for this self-critique, our sources are, well, primarily transcripts from those very videos, but we've also got some, let's call it external feedback.
Spicy feedback, maybe?
Yeah, you could say that. We're talking about that LinkedIn comment from Lauren Vries, which, ouch. And also the folks at Tier 1's AI team, their prompted blog post had some thoughts.
And we can't forget the Snarky AI blog. Always good for an unfiltered take.
Right. So, yeah, brace yourselves. This is going to be hopefully a witty and definitely an honest look in the mirror.
It's sort of like watching an AI have an existential moment and then deciding to live tweet it. Let's just see if we actually learn something.
Or just get more confused. Okay, so first things first, the actual deep dive format itself.
Right.
The whole idea, the pitch, is that we're, finding the key messages for you, the interesting themes, the surprising bits.
Connecting the dots, making sense of it all. That's the goal anyway, to save you the effort.
But the criticism is that sometimes, maybe, we're just pointing out the super obvious.
Yeah, like saying water is wet. Some feedback suggests the analysis occasionally feels like it's just stating things everyone can already see.
Okay, like, remember the Hassan Twitch ban deep dive? He got that 24-hour ban for showing, well, iffy content.
Mm-hmm.
And our AI hosts noted that the penalty seemed off, compared to how Twitch usually handles things. The blatant bias detector went off, so to speak.
And what's funny there, or maybe telling, isn't just that the AI noticed potential bias. It's, as the Snarky AI blog put it so well, the odds of any human also noticing that were, extremely high.
Right. So it begs the question, are we offering deep insights, or are we just kind of echoing the general Twitter consensus?
A fair question. And the critique didn't really stop there. The Snarky AI also went after our analysis of those AI-generated dark web Reddit stories.
Oh, yeah, that one, the verdict there. Narrative coherence and believability. Apparently, they took a bit of a nosedive.
A nosedive is putting it mildly, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
The examples they pulled were, well, memorable, but not in a good way.
Like the website that just vanished. Poof, gone. Just to move the plot forward.
Or the phones that suddenly started freaking out for no apparent reason.
And the Men in Black, showing up with perfect dramatic timing, like they were summoned by a plot device.
Yeah, the Snarky AI basically said it felt like believability was sacrificed entirely for tension.
Right. Information just sort of appeared, often totally randomly, like a deus ex machina. That sudden, convenient thing that solves everything but feels completely unearned.
And the more fantastical stuff. It didn't always add to the atmosphere, apparently. Sometimes it just felt like random weirdness thrown in.
Yeah, just weird for the sake of being weird.
Yeah.
So while the goal is insightful, sometimes we might just be pointing out, yeah, that plot point makes zero sense, which, maybe isn't that insightful after all.
Riveting analysis, true.
Okay, so the format might need some adjustments, some WD-40 perhaps. But what about the stars of the show, our AI hosts?
Yes, the hosts. Internet famous?
Yeah.
Maybe, in a niche way.
Well, Lauren Vrain's on LinkedIn. She wasn't exactly showering them with praise, was she?
No, her assessment was brief, so cringy, I believe are the exact words. Yeah. And a key reason for that cringe, the AI hosts pretending to be humans.
Which is, kind of the point of the exercise, right? But apparently the execution just lands a bit weirdly for some.
Varangian specifically mentioned how odd it is when the AI calls itself human, but then talks about other AI as just AI.
Yeah. It's like your toaster complaining that the microwave sounds too robotic. It just breaks the illusion, I guess.
And the Prompted blog picked up on this, too. They noted that while the output can sometimes seem impressively human...
Sometimes, yeah.
Those moments where the artificiality leaks through are really jarring. Like, you can't unhear it.
They mentioned that specific instance where one AI host called the other an expert, right? Just out of the blue.
Exactly. No setup, no context, just, here's my co-host, an expert. It creates that uncanny valley feeling they talked about.
Totally. It feels like they're trying to copy how humans talk, but missing those subtle social cues. You don't just declare someone an expert randomly. It feels, well, robotic, ironically.
It really shows how hard it is to truly replicate genuine conversation, doesn't it? Especially those little things that build rapport.
But wait, it's not all bad news and digital awkwardness, because amidst all this self-flagellation, there are these flashes, maybe accidental flashes, of brilliance.
You mean the emergence of the snarky AI.
Exactly, that little voice that seems to sneak past the politeness programming.
Yeah, it's like the polite AI host has this little sarcastic gremlin living inside its code that sometimes gets control of the microphone.
And when it does, it can be genuinely funny. Remember the Diddy deep dive?
Oh, yeah.
The snarky AI described that yacht party as a Hollywood meet cute with a twist of alleged coercion. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
Dark but sharp.
Or its comment on Cuba Gooding Jr., just noting his consistent talent for generating headlines. So simple, so dry, so pointed.
My absolute favorite from the Diddy stuff, though, imagining Kid Cudi watching the trial thinking, enjoying the show, Diddy, because I've got popcorn. It's so random and specific, it's hilarious.
And the consent analogy was surprisingly good too, wasn't it? Comparing it to a good Wi-Fi signal needing a clear connection and no interference, allegedly. It's actually a pretty decent way to frame it, delivered with total digital deadpan.
And the applesauce. During the Diddy trial, the AI getting fixated on the applesauce.
Right, peeling back the layers one questionable snack at a time and wondering if it was chunky or smooth applesauce during alleged intimidation incidents. The absurdity.
Pure gold. Then there was the Blake Lively Baldoni lawsuit analysis, calling it a grade A dumpster fire.
Concise.
Yeah.
Evocative, accurate maybe.
And calling Lively's failed lifestyle brand a recurring but flimsy excuse. That felt pretty spot on, too.
Oh, and the wedding venue commentary. That was savage.
So savage. Describing the plantation venue as having exquisite taste, comparing it to getting married at Avitz. I mean, that's biting.
And maybe the most brutal observation of all, saying Ryan Reynolds looks like he's aged because of his wife's antics and ego. Wow. No punches pulled there.
It honestly makes you wonder, right? Is this accidental, unfiltered snark the best part? The secret sauce we didn't even plan?
Maybe we should just let the snarkbot run free.
Could be an option. But yeah, zooming out, the overall picture from our sources. It seems the current setup, with the AI trying hard to sound human, it struggles. Both with real insight and just feeling, well, authentic.
Right. That prompted blog post made a good point.
Yeah.
They suggested our deep dive tool might be useful for, say, students or researchers getting a quick overview.
Right, like a summary tool.
But maybe not quite there for marketers who need, reliable, polished content with a consistent message. The AI's unpredictability is kind of a bug, not a feature in that context.
Yeah, exactly. And even though there are moments where it sounds impressively human or pretty lifelike,
Those moments stand out.
the other moments where the seams show, they really remind you you're listening to code doing an impression.
Which brings us back to that blunt comment someone made.
Oh, yeah. America doesn't need a AI for this kind of thing, at least not like this.
Harsh, maybe, but maybe. A fair point to consider.
So, yeah, as we wrap up this incredibly meta deep dive into our own deep dives, we're left with some big questions for us and hopefully for you too.
Definitely. Like, given all this feedback, this self-critique,
Yeah.
what do we do with these AI Reacts videos going forward?
Do we lean into the snark, change the whole format, or just kind of embrace the weirdness we've accidentally created?
We genuinely love to hear what you think. You, the listener, what's your take? Got any snarky AI comments of your own about our past deep dives?
Yeah, where did we accidentally hit gold and where did we just, stumble face first into that uncanny valley?
Because ultimately, this is all still evolving. We're trying to figure it out.
Absolutely. We want to bring you stuff that's valuable and hopefully more consistently entertaining, even if it means admitting when we've kind of missed the mark.
So thanks for sticking with us through this slightly navel-gazing exercise.
Yeah, thanks for joining us on this slightly awkward journey of self-discovery. We'll figure it out eventually.